man, he was a fucking arsehole. But I came out, I was in observation section when I just got there, and I said, I'm fucked, Jesus Christ. And the voice says, Gordon Frederick Siren. And I fucking looked up and I said, Play Worth. It was like seeing a fucking miracle man. Talking about seeing Jesus. Bluey Worth, I said. He said, shh, mate, he said, you don't know me. Just call me sir. Okay. Finish up later, a couple of years later, or 3 or 4 years later, or 5 years later or something. I used to work at the bookbinders, and that went to lower security. I couldn't go, I hadn't done enough time. Worthy comes across to see me. He said, where are you going to work? And I said, I think I'll go around, I'll get a job in the library. He said, you don't want to work in the fucking library. He said, come down and work in the reception room. And he said, I'll train you. And he said, it won't be long. And he said, you'll be my head clerk in there. I'd be his right-hand man, in other words. He gets all the warrants, he reads them up. And he sits where you're sitting there, like just a little space between our desks. I said, here, I was the head clerk. And he does all the warrants, does the things, then he hands them all across to me. So it's no good of some crim telling me, because I got all the information on him there, right in front. And if you're the head clerk in the reception room, well, they all try to be nice to the head clerk, even the fucking screws, because they give me a fucking hard time. I just fucking tell them Worthy. And then when I finally left there, maximum security, reception room, I went to the Malabar Training Centre. Worthy put me into the C wing. When I got the C wing, who was in there? The other bloke that used to pick up, he'd run that wing, he was the head, that was his wing, in charge of that wing, was Ernie Easton. And so it was Ernie Worth and Ernie Weiss, both Ernie, so I knew him from when I was a kid. And I'd often go in there in his office, sit and talk in his office. But the Crims all knew. The Crims couldn't say you spent a lot of time talking to a fucking screw. I might be a dog or give up or something. But it's like one night I didn't have a shower till about 8 o'clock. When I was going down the wing to have a shower, walking down the bathroom, I got down there and these young blokes are there going, talking around, and they looked a bit nervous, these two young blokes. And they weren't doing that long. And I couldn't even remember their names now. Probably didn't know their names then. And I went in and, what's the fucking lights here? Where's the lights in the bathroom? I turned the lights on the big shower room. Finally, turn the light, try to look for a light. And when finally I get one light on, I go into the right end one of the shower recesses on the side, and I reach up, the fucking wind was blowing in, it was cold. And I reached up to pull the window down. And when I reached up to pull the window down, it wouldn't come down. It wouldn't come down because the bars had been cut. Two or three bars had been cut and it was bent up. And I said to these fucking blokes, where the fucking hell went? And they said, oh, fuck, we didn't want to know too much about it. And I said, well, I tell you what, when our life's going to be fucking hell here, It's a fucking screw. He don't know about this. And they said, oh, we don't know. Well, just fuck off then, I said, I said, because I went and had my shower, finished my shower. I said, how long ago did he leave? I asked them. They said, oh, about 15 minutes ago. I said, well, if he's not over the barbed wire fence now and gone, I said, he's hopeless. He doesn't deserve to be away. So I'm going to have my fucking shower. And I said, Easton will be looking around here soon. He was the bloke in charge, Ernie Easton. He was the fellow in charge of the wing. He was the wing officer. I said, he'll be looking around doing security checks. I said, our life's going to be fucking hell. It won't be like a low security here. But then, when I had my shower, I walk into Easton's office, I just didn't sit down. I just walked in, talked to him a little bit, and I said I was going to get a cup of tea. And I said, when you do your security check, so you might check the bathroom. You might be, I don't know, you might be one prisoner at least down. I said, I went to close the window and I couldn't close it because the bars had been cut. He said, he said, he just sat there very quietly, and he said, well, well, just go out there. He said, don't say a word, just go out there. And he said, make yourself a cup of tea and that, make yourself a cup of tea, whatever you want before we go to bed. And because he said, I'll go down and have a look around and I'll discover it. And he said, and then we'll have to call a muster, you know, and probably have an early night, lock us all up, you know, for the night. And that's what happened. But I never ever got any repercussions about it.
Did that person that got away get caught soon? Or?
Oh, they caught him, yeah. I don't even know his name, you know, I couldn't remember. I didn't even know the bloke, didn't know him then even, you know, because in the wing I was in, there would be 50, 150 to 200 men in a wing, like, you know, so. And I had the best cell in that fucking wing. I was upstairs, and there was another lifer was in there long term, and when he went, I went and seen him. He's in the wing officer, I was in charge of it. I said, sir, when that prisoner goes, leaves out of that cell up there, it'll be vacant. You reckon I can get in for that cell? He said, oh, because you could see the fucking ocean from there. Get up at the window, you could look out the window. He said, oh yeah, I think we can do that. I finished up living in that wing. That's where I was living when I was living up there. I was already in that wing before the mole connections. They're dead now, all in them two old prison officers. And the electrician fella that I worked with, John Heffernan, he was the last governor at Grafton. When they had a big inquiry into Grafton, they had to send it. FO was a good bloke. He was in charge of the electricians, and he was into industry rather than discipline and all that shit. But I go and see FO, and he's retired now. We used to call him FO behind his back. We had to call him Sir or Mr. Heffernan to his face. Play the game. And I don't know how my number's pretty quite open, but not long ago I got a telephone call when I worked with the electricians. There was FO in charge, and there was there was 3 prison officers. FO was in charge, and then there was 2 other prison officers. Well, there was 2 gangs of us, sort of thing, you know, that worked, and we went around through all the jails, doing all the electrical things, and mainly maintenance. And there was a little bloke there. His uniform, we had to call him Sir or Mr. Woodage, Bill Woodage. We used to call him Boy Bastard. He didn't know, but the word gets around and we got nicknames for screws, you know.